The National Broadcasting Company presents Radio City Playhouse, Attraction 25. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the director of Radio City Playhouse, Harry W. Junkin.
Thanks, Bob. Friends, the story we have for you tonight is not a nice story. It is, however, a true story as it deals with the truth in a human situation, and we feel that once in a while, radio can do with true and realistic stories. Our star is Miss Elspeth Eric, one of New York's most talented actresses. She plays the very difficult and penetrating role of Martha Hillman. Here, then, with Elspeth Eric as Martha and Adelaide Klein as her mother, is tonight's play, Machine, Attraction 25 on Radio City Playhouse.
Martha Hillman works in a factory. It's a good factory, good pay, good working conditions. Martha's job consists of soldering together two copper wires, which protrude from an aluminum ring. The ring, after several additional operations, may end up in any one of a dozen electrical devices. All Martha knows is this one job. She is a human machine, efficient, quiet, dependable. A big, overweight, 24-year-old, bad-complexioned machine. She is also generous and kind and the hardest worker in her department.
Okay, girls, loud. That's it.
Martha goes on working for a few minutes, then turns off her soldering iron, puts down her work gloves, and finds herself at the end of a line of girls checking out their worksheets before going to lunch. She waits patiently, her turn at the supervisor's window.
Mary Bishop, 432, 16 defective.
Bishop, 432, 16, okay. Martha Hillman, 645, 4 defective. Hi, Martha. You the last one? Yeah, 6454 defective. Well, I don't know how you do it. That Bishop kid took all morning to do 432.
She's new, isn't she?
Yeah, here she's leaving and getting married.
Well, you seeing Eugene?
Hey, just a second, Martha.
Huh?
Mrs. Forrest up in personnel wants to see you.
See me?
Yeah. She phoned down this morning. Wants you to drop into her office before you go to lunch.
What for?
I don't know.
She hasn't done anything.
Look, kid, all I know that is Mrs. Forrest just wants to see you. Better go up before you eat. It's on the 4th floor, room 428. Okay?
Okay. Sure can't understand why she wants to see me.
Come in. Oh, hello, Martha. Come in. Sit down, Martha.
Thanks, Mrs. Forrest.
Martha, with some news for you. Some good news.
Good news?
We're going to promote you.
Promote me.
Don't you think it's about time?
Well, I don't know.
We're planning to send you up to the 34th Street warehouse. You'll be working under Mr. Ralph up there. Traffic and shipping. We'll have 5 girls under you, and there's an increase of $7 a week.
34th Street?
Yes. Well, don't look so sad, Martha. It's a promotion.
Would that mean I'd never get down here at all?
Not unless you visit the night shift.
I can't go, Mrs. Forrest.
What did you say, Martha?
I'd rather not take the other job, the promotion.
My dear girl, you're not serious.
Yes, I'd rather not.
I don't understand. This is a promotion, a raise of $7 a week. We've liked your work here. You've been steady and reliable and punctual.
Just don't want to go up to 34th Street, that's all.
But, Martha, it's closer to where you live. It's a shorter ride in the subway, better pay, nicer work. It's a promotion, Martha. Don't you understand that? A raise of $7 a week.
I don't need the money.
But, Martha, why? I thought you'd be delighted. I thought you'd be thrilled.
You've always been very nice to me, Mrs. Forrest, but I don't want to go.
Is it some personal reason?
Yes.
At home, perhaps? Is there some trouble at home? I don't mean to intrude, Martha, but it's so, well, it's such a good chance. I hate to see you just turn it down.
Do I have to go?
You don't have to, no. But I'll be very disappointed in you if you let me down.
You wouldn't fire me if I didn't go.
Well, of course not. Martha, how can you talk that way? Nobody wants to fire
And
you.
I'll just stay where I am.
Martha, I wish you'd be frank with me.
I don't want to go, that's all.
Oh, now, Martha, you mustn't cry about it. If you don't want to go, well, that's all there is to it. Look, supposing you think it over till tomorrow at noon. I'll keep the job open till then.
I won't change my mind.
But you'd meet new people, make new friends. It's a wise step in your career.
I don't want to meet any new people.
But, my dear
I don't want to make
girl,
any new friends. I want to stay here. I like it here.
All right, Martha. That's the way you want it. I'll keep the job open till tomorrow noon. If you change your mind, come in and let me know. That's all, Martha.
That you, Martha?
Well, Ma.
Hello, baby. I just made us a nice pitcher of lemonade. I thought it would cool us off.
Boy, does it ever feel good to sit down.
I'll bet.
Gee, what a day. Was it ever hot? I'm boiled, aren't you? Absolutely
Oh, I
boiled.
was till I washed my hair. I feel better now. Here, have a nice glass of cold lemonade.
Isn't there any beer?
No, baby, we just didn't have enough money this week to buy any beer.
Okay, lemonade's fine. Thanks, Ma.
Tastes good, doesn't it, huh?
Yeah, well.
Mm-hmm. Swell. Martha.
Matter, Ma.
Well, baby, Mrs. Forrest phoned me from the plant this afternoon. She's a personnel lady. She told me all about this new job. She seemed to think you ought to take it. She said she hoped I didn't mind her phoning, but that she couldn't understand why you didn't want to go.
Just don't want to go?
Don't pick at your face, Martha. Why don't you want to go?
'Cause I don't.
Well, that's no reason, honey.
Okay, so that's no reason.
But 34th Street's closer and a raise. $7 a week, that pays the rent.
So it pays the rent. We can pay the rent on what I make now.
It's at times like this I sure wish your father was alive.
I'll bet.
Martha.
Oh, now let's not get into a row, Ma.
But I'm only trying to advise you to help
I
you.
know.
Leave your face alone, Martha. You'll make it bleed if you keep picking at it.
Look, Ma, I'm tired. Let's have dinner, huh?
But why? Why? Just answer me that one question and I'll keep quiet.
Because I don't want to. Now let's drop it.
No, I won't drop it, Martha Hillman. You've just got to come to your senses. I never heard of anything so silly in my life. You're behaving like a silly kid.
Ma, will you lay off? Honest, I'm tired out. Now let's drop it.
$7 a week. A raise of $7 a week and you're being airy-fairy. Well, you'll learn, young lady. I suppose you think you should have Mrs. Forrest's job. $7 a week isn't good enough for
I don't
you.
want to talk about it.
Opportunity only knocks once. Remember that. Besides, it isn't as though you were so crazy about this job you got now.
I like it fine.
One day you like it, next day you hate it. Why don't you make up your mind? And will you please leave your face alone? It's bad enough now without you picking it all the time.
Will you shut up, Ma? For heaven's sake, lay off and...
Why don't you make up your mind? Since you're not getting married, you might as well get ahead in your work, because if you don't...
Shut up! Will you shut up, Ma?
Well, are you getting married? Do I ever see any boys around here? When I was your age, I was married for 3 years. If you don't want to get married and you don't want to be a success in your job, what do you want?
I just want to be left alone. Now, will you stop it before I get mad?
Don't you talk to me that way, young lady, and stop pacing up and down. And be careful of that lemonade. You'll spill it all over you.
Will
if
you
don't
shut
stop.
up?
Have you gone crazy?
No, but I'm telling you, if you don't shut your mouth and get dinner, I'll...
You might have hit me with that glass. You might have...
I'm sick and tired of you yapping about this job. I worked hard all day and you make me sick with your yap. Now just shut up and leave me alone.
You're an ungrateful, rude, nasty girl. That's what you are. An ungrateful, stupid, rude, nasty... Oh, Martha! You struck me. My own daughter.
Shut up, will ya? I haven't got enough to put up with without having to listen to you all night. Make me sick sitting around all day, nothing to do but wash your hair.
You struck me. You struck me, my own daughter here. There's no use just throwing yourself on that couch and kicking, Martha Hillman. You're a nasty, horrible-tempered girl. I don't care what you do. You can stay in that job until you rot for all I care.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I wish I was dead.
Well, I should think you would.
Please, Ma, please leave me alone. Oh, what's the use anyway? I wish I was dead.
You shouldn't talk like that, Martha.
Well, I do. I do. I hate that job. I hate the factory. And I hate Mrs. Forrest. I hate this stinking hot flat. And I hate everything. Now go away and leave me alone.
You make your face all red if you cry.
So what? So what if it's red? So what? Does it make any difference if it's red, blue, or green? Oh,
Martha, please stop it. Stop crying like that.
Well, I do. All the time it goes on. Sure, I go to night school. So what? Sure, I work hard at the factory. What good does it do me? What good does it do me when I'm like this? When I'm so fat that I... pimples all over my face.
Martha, please don't. Please, baby.
Creams and stuff all the time. They ever do me any good?
It's because you're so nervous. That's what the doctor
Nervous?
said.
Wouldn't you be nervous? Always looking like he had the measles. I just can't stand it anymore. That's all. I just can't stand it anymore. I'm going to go away someplace and never, ever come back here again.
Baby.
I'm just going to go away somewhere. I'm not going to go on working with never anything to show for it. Never. And I never get any thinner. If I stop eating altogether, I never get any thinner.
Baby, please don't go on so. It's bad for
Never
you.
date, never go to dances, never do anything. I want to go out. I want to have dates. Why can't I be like June McCauley?
Baby.
Why can't I? Because I'm fat and I've got pimples and I'm too tall and too big.
Martha, baby, please stop crying, please.
Well, you just don't know what it's like. So one time, I went to the company dance. I sat all night. All night long, I just sat there and had to be good-natured and pretend like I was enjoying it.
Baby.
Sure, they think I'm good-natured, just like an old cow. And nobody danced with me. Nobody. Not one of those dirty, mean, nasty, stuck-up guys would ask me even once. Not one of them except Bob.
Bob?
He's a guy in shipping.
Oh.
Just because he lives on the same street and he's sorry for me.
Oh.
He was the only one with enough decency and enough common ordinary. Oh, dear God, I wish I was dead.
My poor baby.
Oh, go and make up for Maud. Leave me alone.
Baby, it's not as bad as that, please. You're not so fat. You're big boned. You're just a big girl.
Will you stop it? I can't stand it. Will you stop it, Ma, please?
Honey, this Bob fella, you like him?
Well, of course I like him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't like him that way, if that's what you mean. I don't care if he... Ma, please get supper and lay off of me.
You got nice hair, baby.
Yeah.
So naturally curly. And you're a good girl, Martha. You're kind and good and smart.
Yeah.
Don't you care about those dances and everything? You're just the kind that if he had any sense at all, he'd pick for a wife.
Okay. I'm sorry, Ma. I'm real sorry. I don't know what got into me.
That's all right, baby. You're upset. Let's have supper and maybe go to a movie. We'll talk about it in the morning. In the morning, huh? More toast, baby?
No, thanks, Ma.
Coffee?
No, thanks.
Oh, you should eat more breakfast. Work all morning on one slice of toast and one cup of coffee.
I'm fine. Got time for cigarettes?
It's a good date.
So I'll have a smoke.
Sure. Take your time, honey. Martha. You're my own daughter, Martha, and... Well, honey, I'd do anything that would help to make you feel happy.
I know you would, Ma. So would I.
Look, Martha, can't we just say everything we're thinking real honest and straight from the shoulder? Can't we?
All right. Go ahead.
Well, look, honey, have you always felt like this? I mean, have you always felt sort of, well, self-conscious about about not being as pretty as some girls?
Yep.
And have you Well, have you wanted... It's awful hard for me to say all this, Martha.
It's your idea.
Yeah, I know. Well, have you always wanted to have more dates with fellas?
Yep.
And this Bob fella, well, supposing he asked you to marry him.
Drop dead.
Now, Martha, you promised we'd be real honest. I'm only trying to help. If he asked you to marry him, what would you say?
Say yes.
You like him, huh? Is he the reason you didn't want this promotion, so that you could stay where you might see him once in a while?
Yep.
You love him, maybe?
Maybe.
Well, then you've got to...
To what?
Well, if you never try, if you just sit around and never try...
What do you want me to do, hog tie him?
But why make yourself... I mean, well, how do you think I got your father to propose?
You didn't weigh 158.
But you're big in the bones, baby. You're not fat. You're just a big girl.
All over. Big all over.
Couldn't you just... You say he lives here on Cremont?
That's right.
Couldn't you just kind of meet him accidentally some night?
Accidentally is right.
And maybe ask him in for supper?
In here?
Oh, why not? Why not? I'm a good cook. We use all the best china.
Supper, he'd think I'd gone nuts.
Well, at least you could try, baby. I'm only trying to help. My mother doesn't like to see a baby miserable.
I'm not miserable now, Ma. That was last night. I'm fine. Forget it.
But couldn't you try? Couldn't you just kind of happen to meet him on the way home from work and just casually ask him in for dinner?
I'm not going to look at the subway every night for a month and pounce on him, if that's what you mean.
But you'll try, huh, baby? Please?
Gee, it's nearly 8 o'clock. Goodbye, Ma, and thanks for... Well, thanks.
But you'll try, baby?
Sure, Ma, I'll try. Maybe I could ask him to supper some night. Maybe I could. In this neck of the woods.
Well, hiya, Martha. How are you?
Whatever are you doing way out here?
Well, I live here on Tremont.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, isn't it a small world after all? you walking my way?
Well, sure.
Aren't those subways awful? Honestly.
Yeah.
Schooler today, though. Honest, that hot spell 2 weeks ago, we nearly died in our department.
Yeah. I sure will be glad to get out of that joint.
Out?
Yeah, I'm quitting. Getting another job over in Jersey. My brother-in-law's got a garage over there. Wants me to go in with him.
Jersey?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that just fine?
Well, I figured I wasn't getting anywhere with old Jorgensen.
Everybody says you're twice as smart as Jorgensen.
Oh, yeah?
If they had any sense, they'd fire him, give you his job.
Well, it doesn't matter now. I'm leaving the end of this week.
This week?
Mm-hmm. Gave him a notice Monday.
So you're leaving?
Yeah.
Gee whiz, the shipping department will fall apart. Honest, Frank Henley says you're the strongest man they ever had in shipping.
Yeah?
Sure, that's true. Said you do more boxes in a day than any other guy they got.
Oh, it's just my good living.
I'll bet.
That's a fact.
I'll bet you're not so good living.
Oh, yeah?
I'll bet you're a wild one.
Oh, you think so, huh?
I can tell.
Yeah?
Ah, you men.
You live around here, Martha?
What? Now, doesn't that beat everything? I've walked clean past our place. It's your fascinating conversation.
Oh, yeah?
Well, the least you can do is walk back with me. It's only half a block.
Well, look, I sort of have to...
Come on, it's only a step.
Well, okay, Martha. Gee, women sure are queer. Nothing ever make me forget where I live.
That's what you get for being so attractive.
Well, me?
Well, you are. Jean Milton, that's our supervisor. She thinks you're the best-looking guy in the plant.
Jean Milton, who's she?
She's our supervisor.
I don't know her.
She's a nice girl. Gosh, I'm hungry.
Yeah?
Ma always has swell dinners. I always say a good home-cooked meal tastes better than anything you ever get at the Waldorf Astoria.
Oh, you go there?
Oh, not for weeks and weeks. There's this guy from out of town. He always takes me there, but honestly, he's such a jerk, I nearly died.
Yeah?
I'd rather have one of Ma's home-cooked meals than anything. You eat out much?
Yeah, all the time.
Must get tired of it.
Oh, I don't mind it.
Don't you ever get real anxious for a good old-fashioned home-cooked meal?
Oh, I go to my sister's in Jersey's on weekends.
Say, Bob, I got a swell idea.
What?
Why don't you come in and have supper with us? Why don't you?
What, tonight?
Sure, why not? If you leave in the plant, I won't ever get a chance to ask you again, and,
Oh, gee, Martha. That's nice of you, but I sort of have a previous engagement. I was thinking...
Well, I'm busy later myself.
What?
Not anything I couldn't break, but I did promise a guy that I'd go to a show with him
Yeah, but...
tonight, so you could come in and eat and leave just as soon as you want to. This is our place here.
Yeah?
What do you say?
Well, I guess it'd be all right. I can't stay, though.
Well, fine. I mean, not fine that you can't stay, but I've really got to go to the show with this guy anyhow, so it'll be fine, won't it? Come on.
Okay, Martha.
Ma'll be tickled to death. She never gets tired of me bringing guys home for meals. Mother! Me! Come on in.
Thanks.
Martha, don't sit in the living room. I washed the slip covers and they're still wet. Honestly, I never saw such a wash in my life as we had today. I thought I'd never... Oh.
Ma, this is Bob Lawson. Bob, this is my mother.
How do you do, Mrs. Hillman?
Well, Mr. Lawson, this is
Bob's
a surprise.
coming for dinner, Ma. I hope you got something wonderful.
Oh. Well, isn't that silly? I washed the slip covers on the Chesterfield suit and I... Well, I'll just sit on them anyway.
Well, look, don't go to any trouble, Mrs. Hillman. We can sit anywhere.
Well, they're really pretty wet.
Couldn't we bring in the kitchen chairs, Ma?
Well, why can't we sit in the kitchen?
Oh, no, that's awful. Suppose we bring in the kitchen chairs, Ma.
Well, I'll get them.
Oh, no, Mr. Lawson, I'll get them. You children go on in the living room and I'll bring the chairs.
Wouldn't this be the day Ma would wash everything?
Yeah.
Honestly, she's the most particular housekeeper I ever saw. Honestly, you could eat off the floor. Well, this is home sweet home.
Oh, it's real nice.
Gee, those slip covers are still pretty damp. Guess we'll just have to sit on the kitchen chairs.
Yeah.
Here we are. This is just the silliest thing. But those slip covers were so dusty. Well, I'm afraid you'll just have to have a straight back chair, Mr.
Oh, well,
Lawson.
look, that's all right, Mrs. Hillman. Martha, you sit on this
No,
bucket.
no. You sit down. I'll get the other chair. Mother, you keep Bob company for a while.
All right, dear. Sit down, Mr. Lawson.
Well, what about you, Mrs.
Oh,
Hillman?
no. Sit down. I have to see about dinner anyway in a minute. Sit down.
Okay.
Martha said you lived just up the street a bit.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm real glad you came.
Yeah, me too.
Well, if you'll excuse me just a moment.
Well, sure, Mrs. Hillman.
I'll just see about dinner. There's some magazines right there next to you, right
okay,
there.
Miss Hillman, take your time. I'm okay.
What a night you picked, Martha. Wash
What have
these.
we got for dinner?
We've got nothing. Good night, Martha. Couldn't you let me know?
Met him at the subway.
And those slip covers soaking wet, and I look such a mess. I washed the whole afternoon.
Is there any beer?
No, I'll go down and get some, and we got no meat either.
No meat?
No, I thought we just had eggs tonight.
Oh, we can't give him eggs. Is there a can of something?
I'll go right down to the supermarket.
Closed. It's nearly 6:30.
Oh.
What about Bernstein?
The Jewish holiday, and they're closed, too. I phoned this morning. Mrs. Leipzig told me.
Can't just
No.
stand here and wonder what we're doing.
Well, you go on in. I'll manage. You go and put on your black pumps
Yeah, all
first.
right. And use the good
Yeah, I will.
dishes. Oh, wouldn't you know you'd wash those slip covers? Honestly, I could die.
Get in there. Here, what we're doing. Go on. I'll get dinner. I'll get something. Some raspberries, Mr. Lawson.
Oh.
I put them up myself.
Oh, well, no thanks, Mrs. Hillman. They make my eyes swell up.
Say what?
Yeah, isn't it silly? I'm allergic to raspberries.
Oh.
I've got a friend who's allergic to dog hair.
Yeah?
Yeah, honestly, every time she comes within a mile of a dog, she gets sore eyes and sneezes. It's awful.
What about coffee, Mr. Lawson?
Well, no, but I tell you, I'd sure like a glass of milk if you have it.
Sure, Bob. Mother, would you get Bob some milk?
Well, I'm afraid I used the last of the milk in the scrambled eggs.
Well, look, that's okay. I'll have some water.
All right, pass your glass.
Okay.
Not very cold. I'll get some ice.
Oh, no, this is fine. Honest, I'm fine.
Maybe the slip covers would be dry. now.
We can take these chairs back to the living room. It's cooler in there.
Well, look, honest, folks, I got to be going. I got another previous engagement.
Why
I
don't you
have-
go then? You might as well.
Martha.
He's got a date. He's got a date.
I know, but you shouldn't make him hurry.
Well, I
mean-
do have to go. And Well, it's been swell. Thanks very much, Martha and Mrs. Hillman.
Really, I'm sorry about the wine. I don't know what happened to it. It was wonderful when we had it last Christmas. I guess it must have fermented too much, huh?
Yeah, well, look, I guess I better run along now.
Guess you had.
I certainly enjoyed those scrambled eggs.
That's good.
And I certainly was pleased to meet you, Mrs. Hillman.
Same here, Mr. Lawson.
If you're going to go.
Papa.
Why doesn't he go if he's going?
Well, so long, everybody. Don't bother Miss Hillman. I can find the door.
Oh, that's all right. I'll show you to the door. It's been real nice having you, Mr. Lawson. I hope you'll come again.
Bye, Martha.
Goodbye, Mr. Lawson.
Bye.
He's a real nice fellow, that Bob. Oh, Martha, baby, I'm real sorry about the wine. I never thought to get beer today with Bernstein's closed.
Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry if everything wasn't just right, but honestly, honey, I washed the whole afternoon. If you'd only let me know.
Stop it,
I
Bob.
Oh, and those slip covers. If I'd known, I could have washed them any day. Honestly, I nearly died when you both came in because I thought right away about the slip covers and that it would be awful all sitting on straight chairs and everything.
Stop it, Ma. Will you stop this?
But eggs, honestly, tomato soup and eggs. Some dinner. And no milk and no beer and wet slip covers. Honestly, I'm so ashamed.
It doesn't matter. Can't you understand that? If we'd had turkey and pudding, can't you get it through your head? It doesn't matter.
When the lunch whistle blows, Martha doesn't hear it. The constant noise about her has trained her to shut her ears. She goes on working for a few minutes, then turns off her soldering iron, puts down her work gloves, and finds herself at the end of a line of girls checking out their worksheets before going to lunch. Martha waits patiently for her turn at the supervisor's window.
Mary Bishop, 311, 20 defective.
Mary Bishop, 311, 20 defective. Well, it's a good thing you're getting married, Mary. You're sure not much use around here.
Just thinking, after the end of this week, I'll never, ever have to touch a soldering iron as long as I live. Oh, brother, am I?
Martha Hillman, 702, no defective. Hi, Martha. 702, no defective. Boy, Martha, at the rate you work, it's a wonder to me you're not president of this joint. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
You have just heard Machine, as written and directed by Harry W. Junkin. The part of Martha was played by Elspeth Eric. Ma was Adelaine Klein. Other players included Grace Keddy, Phil Sterling, and Ann Petoniak. The music was composed and conducted by Dr. Roy Shield. Radio City Playhouse is supervised for the National Broadcasting Company by Richard P. McDonough.
This is Harry Junkin again. Next week on Radio City Playhouse, Stephen Vincent Benet's great story, Elementals. It is the story of a young man who made a bet of $10,000 that love was stronger than hunger. Be with us next week for Elementals, Attraction 26 on Radio City Playhouse. Good night, everybody.
Bob Warren speaking. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.